In this session, we will be analysing Zoe's written melody. Say hi, Zoe.
Hi.
And her friend added music, and we're going to look at how we can go forward and develop these ideas.
Oh, and I don't know how you're not scared. It's more than I can bear, and I don't know how to be brave.
Okay, so from that melody, it seems like you are in C sharp major. Oh. And you start on the second note of the scale, oh, going to the 3. Da 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 da. That kind of pattern. And the way I worked that out is because I looked at all the notes that you hit, and it seemed to all be in that scale. Oh, and if I played that chord, that could be a good start. Oh, the actual C sharp chord number 1 from the scale. So any questions about that so far before I go over to the music bit from your friend?
Was that the key of the last one I did?
It was. It
Oh,
was the key we moved it into, and that's a really good observation, because chances are you're most likely to sing in your comfortable range. Doesn't mean the song's the same. Having the same key is not a problem. Unless you had like 10 songs on an album all in the same key, you would probably start to notice. The main thing is that the actual melodies or chords don't do the same in each song you write, which is actually surprisingly more common than you think. But that's what this session's about, how to not do that. Okay, Will, this is you. Ooh. So just as I imagined, he also put it in C sharp. Oh, it's hinting at if your melody is in the key of C sharp, it's quite common to start your song. You don't have to in the C sharp, that first chord of the scale. And then he's gone into our old Pachelbel 4-chord thing, which obviously we've discussed. And that progression that you'll see everywhere is 1, 5, 6, 4. And the 1, 5, 6, 4 is everywhere. And let's just play that in order on the piano. 1, 5, up to the 5th chord in the scale. 6, the next one up, which by the way happens to be minor in this sense. And then down to the 4. Especially having learnt, I believe, playing in C sharp, you could actually play your song already on piano if you wanted to, right?
maybe.
Yes is the answer. So it's certainly a good start. Nobody's done anything wrong in this, okay? This is a great way to start, because those chords are so beautifully sort of following the rules of the scale. That's why they get used so often. They'll just fit. They work across so many melody ideas, okay? So it's always a good starting point.
Oh, and I don't know how you're not scared. It's more than I can bear.
And then it brings your melody to life. Okay, that's interesting. So he changed one of your notes because it clashed. Yeah?
Oh, and I don't know how you're not scared. It's more than I can bear.
Now, you're actually singing a 7 over it, which isn't too bad. But if we were going to da 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 da, 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 da. So you've used those 4 chords already, and it's the next bit of melody that would clash. So that would be a good example to actually follow what you do, not make the melody work around those chords, but encourage a change in the chords. So you're singing da, which fits nicely with chord 5, for example, because you're singing the C. Da 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 da, which is in this chord. This is a lot easier for you to see on the piano as well. Say we put that in instead of coming back to the beginning of our chord progression. Da 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 da. And that works really well. Takes things to a new direction though, right? You feel like you might be going to a pre-chorus or something. Da 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 da. A bit weird. weird, but that's where you break the rules. Try that new chord where I'm basically going to a 5 instead of a 1 to match your melody, and then see where it takes me from what you do.
When I don't know how you're not scared, it's more than I can bear, and I don't know how to be brave.
I still used the same chords, they were just in a different order. Rather than falling into the 4-chord pattern that is used so often, just switch them up, and that works. And then the next idea is to completely introduce new, fancier chords. Da, 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 da. I'm obviously adjusting the melody a bit as I go, because at that point in the writing you're experimenting with chords and then letting the melody match that. So that's where then it takes over, it takes control of where your melody's journey goes. The other thing we could do is not start on the 1 if we really make things different. Why even be in a major key? Let's start on the 6, which is actually minor. We're still in C sharp, but we're starting on the 6 rather than the 1. And listen to how morose it's suddenly going to sound. Oh, da, 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 da. Ooh, with the C. That clash is almost working for the style for me there. Ah, da, 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 da. I've gone to a dark place almost. Minor is great because it's just like, it's so mystical. I'm going to try playing along now in a minor key, just see where that takes me.
Oh, when I don't know how you're not scared, it's more than I can bear, and I don't know how to be brave.
Oh, da, 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 da. I'm so into this. Da,